Hey, so today we're really going to be focusing on building your social media presence, but more specifically, we're going to be diving in how to revive your current social media platform. One of the biggest things that ends up happening is when people haven't touched their social media for a while, things are old and outdated and haven't been touched in quite a while. And so it's important to make sure that you're doing an update before you start sharing and people are going to your page, because then maybe if you've got an old real estate company on there, they're going to start heading to that social media platform instead of your current one. So that is the first and foremost, is making sure that everything is good to go. So starting from the top of your social media page, the first thing is your cover photo. I usually do something that's real estate related so that when people come to my profile, whether they're coming for a specific purpose because of something I've shared or commented on, or maybe they're just some random person that's looking at my profile, they can see that I'm a real estate agent first and foremost. Then I put a good photo that is eye capturing that people have commented or liked on. And then diving into those two images one more time is that when you post those photos, you want to make sure you always have a caption that's attached to them. So you can go and click on the photo and you can have that caption there, and you always want it to tie back to your real estate business. So for example, if I'm going onto my cover photo and I have a picture of, what I do or something that I am sharing that's saying, come and talk to me, and then I'm going to click on that photo and I can change the caption. And so in the caption, I'm going to say, I'm a real estate agent. This is what agency I'm with, and here's my contact information if you'd like to talk to me. So that way that people, when they click on that initially, it's still leading there, as well as this is also helping when people are searching. So your photo might come up because of the verbiage that you have there. You also want to do that on your photo as well. So don't just specifically say that just like the cover photo does, but on your profile picture, you want to make sure that you've got a good statement, whether it's a quote, whether it's meaningful, something, and then maybe towards the end just saying, oh, by the way, I also do real estate. Here's my contact information if you'd like to contact me. Or there's a lot of different casual ways that you can lead into saying that you're a real estate agent. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. The next thing is making sure that your about information is up to date. So that includes about you. You want to make sure that all of the links are active. You want every social media platform that you're on attached to that Facebook page so that people have a way to get in contact with you. If you want to put your email, do that, your website, whatever that may be, make sure that everything is up to date at that time. You also can put a featured photo. I have a couple of featured photos just so I don't have real estate blasted all over my personal page. I do a couple of family photos and then do some real estate stuff in there so that people can see right in my featured photos that I do real estate, but I also am a family person, and this is pretty much all about you. So then you also want to make sure that what you're posting on your social media page is something you're comfortable with your clients seeing, because 90% of the time people are going to be searching for you. I do this all the time where somebody will give me a recommendation. I pop onto Facebook, I pop onto Google, and I go and search them. I want to see what reviews they have. I want to see what videos they have, so I can learn a little bit more about them before I contact them. So if somebody's gonna pop onto your page and they're gonna see some, maybe partying a lot or something, unless that's what your ideal clients are doing, you wanna make sure that your social media, even personal social media, ties into what your ideal clients are going to like. So that is my very first challenge for you, is to make sure that you're going in and updating all of that information so that you're comfortable with your ideal clients seeing that, seeing your personal page. The next thing is making sure that you're updating your friends list. This is something that most people don't talk about, which I'm really surprised, but you can actually go into your friends list and categorize all your friends. Now, I've done this, it takes a hot minute, it's a little exhausting, but it can benefit you in the long run, especially if you're reviving your social media page. So let me just give a really good example. If you're categorizing your social media because people don't comment on it very often, and so you're really just trying to get it from the ground up, you want to go in, you want to create a category specifically for your friends, family, and the people who like your posts most. Whether you talk to them all the time, if they like and comment on your stuff most often, you want them in your group. Then you're going to start posting social media content and then having it shared specifically to those people. Let me tell you why. So, social media has this weird algorithm that when you start sharing content, if people are liking it and commenting on it and sharing it, Facebook thinks that you're important, that what you're sharing is valuable. So they in return will share your content to more than the 3% that it typically does. So if you're sharing content right now and only 1 or 2 people are liking it, well, Facebook's gonna not show your content as much because they think that what you're sharing is invaluable or is not valuable. And so when you're going through and you're sharing content to the people who are liking your stuff most, let's say 20 people, and all of those people go on and like your comment, or comment on that post, Facebook is gonna see that, man, this person is killing it right now. Everyone's liking their content. So I wanna make sure that it's hitting 6% instead of 3%. So I would just start that as a beginning step to sharing your content, because you're gonna start getting more likes and comments on that forefront than if you were sharing it to everybody in your contact list. So first recommendation for making sure that you are categorizing your friends list. At minimum, creating a category of people who most likely are going to like and comment on your content or comment on whatever you're sharing. The next thing is you want to make sure that you're sharing engaging content. So one thing that I always say is consistency, which is definitely true. You don't want to go 3 months without posting. You at least want to make sure that you're doing it a couple times a week. Now, with that being said, you want to make sure that you're sharing content that your potential clients are going to like. Because if you're sharing content that people aren't liking, just like I mentioned before, the algorithm is not going to share your content. It's only going to show it to a bare minimum amount of people. And that's not what we want. We want to make sure everybody's seeing your content and that you're attracting the people that you want to attract and the clients that you'd like to have. So the next thing is that you want to make sure that you're committing to engaging with others. So I do have another challenge for you, and it's very small, but it gets you into the habit. So at least once a day, whether you're on the toilet, maybe you're sitting at your couch and you're just bored, I want you to comment on 3 different people. I want you to like on 3 different people, and I want you to personally message 3 separate people. This gets you in the habit of consistently engaging with others, as well as when you're messaging with somebody, Facebook thinks that you have a personal connection with them. So whether you've talked to them 3 days ago or 6 months ago, Facebook's going to think that you guys are friends and that you should start having your content pull up on their feed because you want to know each other because you guys are talking. So it's important for you to create consistency. So I say that you should be commenting on 3 people, liking 3 people, and messaging 3 different people every single day. At minimum, every other day. But if you can do it every single day for a week, you're gonna start getting into that habit. Heck, do it for a month and you're gonna be consistently in that habit to growing your social media, and it's going to increase exponentially. Now, the final thing when it comes to reviving your social media is posting stories, because stories pop up at the very top of everybody's social media feed. People go on there up to 3, 6, 10 times per day. So if you have your story that's pulling up on their feed every single day that they get on, or even every single time, they're gonna start thinking about you, or they're gonna start looking at your stuff. And so it's important to make sure that you're going up in front of people at all times. And so if you're not posting on a consistent basis, at minimum, posting stuff on your story. One thing that I love to say when it comes to posting content, just as I mentioned before, that sometimes when you post content that others aren't liking or sharing or commenting on, it's going to hurt your algorithm. But one thing I always love to do is that if I don't think I love the quote that I'm looking at, or I love the content that I'm looking at, but I'm not sure that others are gonna like it, I actually end up just sharing it on my story, because one, it still attaches you to the person of, whatever content that you're sharing, but at the same time, you're posting something on your story, so then you're able to share the content that you like without harming the algorithm. If you see that maybe 6 people comment comment or they send you a message saying that they love what you posted, then maybe go on and end up putting it on your Facebook page. That way people can see it. But it just kind of tests the waters a little bit without hurting the algorithm in itself, but it's also benefiting you because you're posting on your story. So those are my recommendations for reviving your social media. So please, please, please do all of those things because it's gonna help grow your business and create a solid foundation to start on as we move into the next step. So look down at the content down below, and I've got those 2 challenges that I mentioned throughout here for you to go in and to comment on 3 different people, like 3 different people, and message 3 different people, as well as making sure that you're updating your current profile so that people can go to your profile and see everything that you have and know that it's up to date. So other than that, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.